How did you reset yourself?
It was a major challenge, and I think it's still this resetting process is still happening. It's been like that for every single Ukrainian I move, and I think it happens every time when you change, when you have such a big change. Like I don't think I'm not there yet.
You also mentioned in a chat just now that it was one of the most important tests of your life. What did that test teach you about yourself?
Starting to rely more on yourself than on parents, on other people. Like the way my life was structured in Ukraine, it was very structured, and I knew what to do.
So you woke up in the morning,
Yeah,
mum, breakfast,
breakfast,
school.
school, and then come home quickly, do bits of homework, then go to the theater school. I have my friends. Didn't have any people that I knew before, so it's just you face emptiness when change like that happen. You face emptiness. You have to help yourself to fill in your life with something.
Because you were on the trajectory
Yeah.
to becoming a professional or semi-professional ice hockey player.
At first, yeah,
Then you had the theatre
yeah,
as a strong passion.
yeah,
And then suddenly those two things that have given you stability and joy have been ripped away from you.
yeah.
What would you tell people that have had something they're really close to and they've been taken away from them? How should they cope with that? Because as an adult, you know, we rely on a certain habit, a routine, what we love doing.
Yeah.
So that as a 15-year-old, I won't pretend to know how that must feel, because I'd be lying. But how, in your own words, what words would you say of encouragement or advice or mentorship to a 15-year-old that's lost a lot?
Well, it takes time. Take your time, and then life just only started. Like I'm only 18, so there's so many things to look forward.
Because we've met a couple of times now.
Yeah,
You go to a church group not very far from
yeah,
here. You've got some kind of structure in place. There have been members of the British public that have, from what we spoke about, have given you that sense of stability. How has that helped?
yeah. Church community definitely helped a lot. Yeah, first of all, it was the community, and it was actually other things to do apart from school.
What hasn't it given you that you wanted it to give you?
I think it's been it's very individual, but I think for me it's been even more than fair. I think no, now actually important to mention, now in the UK I get more I'm more privileged than other people. Like I live, so my mom and my sister, they went back to Ukraine, and now I live with the family. They're really, those people, they became part of our family, so they're like my British grandparents.
Oh.
Yeah, and so my mom went back when I was 16, so they had to foster me, and yeah, until I was 18, they were my foster parents. So I feel so beneficial about it. I think UK has been very like a blessing to me so far.
That makes me feel very happy, actually, to hear you say that you've had forget that you're from Ukraine for a second, but for
Yeah.
an 18-year-old boy, what does
Yeah.
discipline look like?
I just realized that I'm so undisciplined. Like I was.
You
I don't
can't
know.
say that.
Yeah, but
No,
like I was.
Be real, be real.
I
Most
was-
18-year-old boys
Yeah.
don't have the highest level of discipline.
When I need to, I try to be never late. In Eastern Europe, coaches are so much tougher. They shout at you all the time. Here that I've seen was tennis, but like I've played tennis a couple of times, and the coach was like, just guys,
Take it easy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and yeah, but I suppose if I was playing to play professionally, it would be different. But yeah, example college. Good example is college. Like college became a bit of a disappointment to me, because I thought, cause in Ukraine I used to the educational system where teachers actually teach you every single time, on every single lesson. They give you clear instructions of what to do. So there's always guidance and always like
Structure.
yeah, structure, exactly. There's a systematic teaching. Whereas in college it was so much different. And like when I subconsciously know that it doesn't really matter, then I don't wake up.
Oh, because okay, I've got you. So you're saying because the teachers don't have that essence in this particular college, they didn't have that discipline, or that they did not command your prompt attendance at 9 o'clock. Therefore, you thought, forget it.
But it's not like I wouldn't blame just teachers, because teachers actually
No, it's not blaming him. It's just it's a very different cultural way or individual way of saying things.
They're actually very good people, to be fair. And I it's just the structure. So they didn't build the structure. So they also part of, like, they didn't
But
build
it's
the
also
system.
about saying, right, this is when it starts.
Yeah.
Be on time.
Yeah.
That's courteous.
True.
But if you're not going to show up, then
Yeah.
it's
no
your
punishment.
loss,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's almost like that. Whereas I think maybe in Eastern Europe, there is a bit more of a hardline approach.
Yeah, in a way, like in schools, definitely. Okay, school differences between school in the UK and Ukraine in terms of the system. Yes, it's different. In the UK, I felt like on a vacation, all inclusive. I can run around the class, sing the songs. Whereas in Ukraine, I'll be. Obviously, people are happier in a first world country because things just a bit easier. The government was very welcoming. The fact that they did, and also like the fact that, so Homes for Ukraine. I came here as many other Ukrainians, most of the Ukrainians that came here after war, as part of a Homes for Ukraine scheme, Ukrainian scheme, and like it's such a shock if you think. I ask my mom, do you think we would have a family if there were happened to be refugees from other countries coming to Ukraine? Do you think Ukrainians and our family in particular would have some refugees staying with us? I don't think it will happen. So it was such a big shock. It was such a big.
So a real kindness in
Yeah.
the British spirit.
Yeah.
There
Although
are
obviously,
moments in life where we all feel lost. And if anyone says they never feel lost, tell them to shut the front door. How did you manage those moments when you would have undoubtedly felt lost?
not in the best way. I think I was just listening to melancholic music, and writing my thoughts on a piece of paper. My family was very supportive. My foster family was very supportive. Everyone was very supportive. I think it really comes from you. And for me, I don't know, I think it's something about me when there's a moment to be sad, I just go for it.
Good.
When there's a moment for depression, I just
Yeah. That's the quickest way to then get over it, right?
But then I don't stay in this mood for the whole time. But like deep inside, obviously, it'll be a bit of a melancholy in the spirit. Ukrainians feel nostalgic about the past times, and I do as well. But I figured that I figured the system. So I only start to feel nostalgic about Ukraine when things are not going so well in here.
Okay.
So like I'm not being, all the time being super patriotic and super like nostalgic. Oh, Ukraine, I just want to come back. No. Only when things start to go.
And that's very natural, right?
Yeah.
When things are not going well, I think every human being will kind of lean into
Good times.
the good times, but lean into also a sense of nostalgia, melancholy, like you say.
Yeah.
When things are going well in life, we're not really stuck in melancholy
Exactly.
vibe for too long.
Yeah.
What do you miss the most about Ukraine?
Like you sort of know what to do.
What do you mean?
Like this place is.
As in the familiarity of your motherland.
Like the feeling. I think the feeling of motherland, the feeling of home. But
if someone is watching this now and they're going through a period of having to start over, resetting, what would be your one nugget of advice to them?
Good luck.
The way you say that, good luck.
Don't give up.
Don't give
I
up.
think it's such a infantile things to say, and such an obvious things to say. But yeah,
Oh, you mean as in give it your best.
like, you know, there's so many people on
Let's say
social
just give it your
media.
best. Try your best.
Just do it. Just be successful. Be business. Be man. Be businessman.
So tell me the truth.
Yeah.
What advice would you give then? And be honest.
Just try to find a harmony within your living in new conditions. Just try to find routine. You know, this interesting thing about the people that lived in camps, Jewish people that live in camps during the World War II. So those people that found basic routine in living in a camp, they lasted longer than those who thought, oh, it's gonna be finished very quickly, or those group of people that thought, oh, it's gonna last for such a long time, we're not gonna survive. So they didn't survive. But those who found routine, and obviously this is an example of Holocaust and just 18-year-old bozo.
No. Routine structure.
Yeah, like
is so fundamental to our well-being. That structure of as a parent, as a person that works in the city or overseas, having a sense of structure and routine is fundamental to our well-being. I don't care who you are. Yeah. Right? You need routine. Yeah. Everyone does.
Yeah, so I think the best thing to do is to find routine.
Have you got a good routine now?
More or less. But I think it changes. It still changes. Yes.
Well, you are 18, so cut yourself some slack.
True.
So you will get your routine. Yeah, just hold on to the routine, and I think you naturally, after going through something like moving countries and your country's at war, one will develop a sense of resilience and that mental agility that is required. Have you met anyone nice on British soil? Any lucky ladies?
No.
Or lucky boys?
Them
I dare not ask it.
Them ladies in the UK. Like I've met nice ladies before. I don't have a girlfriend at the moment, unfortunately, but
It's not unfortunate.
I
lucky
think
escape. Right?
Well, I thought so for some moments. And no, I would, it's funny to hear that from an 18-year-old, but at some stage I felt like very against marriage. I thought like, oh, it's such a like, it's being imprisoned. But then I thought, no, it's not. If you find the person that you love, it's such a blessing to spend the rest of your days with someone that you love and someone you being loved. So I think, guys, love. Yeah, so I'd love to. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to have a girlfriend, but like I'm not. But I'm not in a rush. Don't rush. In a hunt, so there's no hunt for that. I think it's just it has to come naturally. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally, like Selena Gomez once said.
Selena Gomez, yeah. Right. So
no.
I'm putting a caveat before this question. A mother goes through labour pains. She goes through the difficulty of giving birth, nurturing that child, raising that child, and protecting that child. There is not a single mother I know in the world, I don't care who you are or where you're from, no mother sends her child to a war. I say that to say this. Are you not expected to go back and fight in this war?
Yes and no. Legally, I'm obliged to. Well, you can enter the army as soon as you turn 18. Yeah, if you want to, you can. But you can't leave the country after you turn 18. and which is why I'm not coming back there in the Ukraine. I feel like. Do you mean do I sense that I must go back?
Do you have a desire to go back? Or is there an expectation from your fellow countrymen?
Well, I think there is an expectation from some of the parts of Ukrainian society that those people that went abroad should come back. But I don't think it's a major. I think most of the people, they do realize that. Well, I hope so. I personally don't feel like I should. Although I had the moments where I thought maybe I should come back there and enter the army and do maybe not, if not on the front line, but maybe do some other things, medical things or something like that, or maybe on the front line. I thought at some point oh, that would be probably a good school of life, but then next moment I thought, gosh, going to war.
Yeah, but like I said, I maybe I'm sentimental. Maybe fathers are different. It's very hard to make any assertion on this.
Well, yeah, my parents they tell me not to go there, and every single adult I know in Ukraine, my teachers, my friends, friends of family, they tell me like stay away from this country.
Okay.
Yeah, no comeback. So like I don't feel pressure at all.
Mm-hmm. You're Ukrainian.
Yes.
Through and through. You speak Russian
And Ukrainian.
as your first. What's your first language?
My first was Russian. Yeah.
Russian. So it's considered a faux pas now for millions of people in Russia to speak in Ukraine to speak in Russian. Is that right? Am I right so far?
Well, like there's a major number of families, people that speak Russian. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially central and eastern Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of the country.
Causing. Are you saying that it's causing issues there with the Ukrainians that want everyone now to stop speaking Russian?
There are tensions. There are tensions among society.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's certainly
Because it breaks it even more, though, right? It's like the United Kingdom. It's like us telling the Welsh you can't speak Welsh. You only have to speak English.
Yeah. In our country, I think it became necessity to save the culture, whatever it takes. That's why people became a bit, I'm not gonna say radical, in a way radical. No, we don't have enough people in the front line, and that's why government starts to pack you on the street to go to army. So they just go on the underground, they go to the tubes.
So there are people that are going onto the road, onto the streets. If they see somebody that looks like they're of fighting age, they're pulling them in.
Yeah.
And
Recruiters. Yeah. So.
And what if they say no?
You just get arrested. That's the thing. So you
like tough shit, really.
Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, I'm just thinking, imagine if that happened on UK soil, that you just pulled off the street and saying, right, you've got to now, here's a gun, off you go.
Yeah.
Gosh, it really is. I think I can't even put into words how that must be. I won't pretend.
Last summer in Ukraine, I felt so much more. There's so much more safety in Ukraine than in the UK. If you go to Croydon, 9 p.m, bro.
Yeah.
If you go, I don't know, Brixton. Actually, Brixton is fine,
But people that live in Croydon wouldn't think that, because it's their manor, right? But because you are not a local, you may feel that. I would feel that if I'm going to a different town at 9 p.m. on a Saturday night, I'd think, let me gauge my environment.
Yeah.
Right? Women, naturally, we do that anyway. But in every country, right, there's going to be some hot spots and some not so hot.
Yeah. That's
you really
true.
get scared then when you go to Croydon?
I don't get scared, but like whenever I go to London, central London, I have a feeling like, today I'm gonna be robbed. If I would go to Kiev and we would have, it happened so many times last summer, I would go to Kiev to hang out with my friends, and then we would have alarm going off,
The sirens.
sirens that telling the rockets or the drones are coming to bomb the city. Still, I would go in a shelter, but like I wouldn't expect anybody to come on an e-bike and rob me, get my phone, get my stuff, and then just leave me there in the city.
Oh, as in that happens in Croydon, but you wouldn't get that in Ukraine.
Yeah. So it's even
the irony.
The fact that we have war is still, I think.
But has that happened though? Has that happened? Is that what you're hearing happens in Croydon, or does that happen?
It's what I mean, statistically.
Let's look at the statistics, right?
It didn't happen. Never happened to me. Like,
I think you could probably handle yourself, to be honest.
I can run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a nice hockey player. Just take a hockey stick with you all the time.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm not promoting violence, just to be clear.
Like.
And this is Croydon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have some love for Croydon. I got some good mates. In
Some
Croydon.
dodgy things happen to me, like in Soho and 2 a.m. Me and my mate, we were approached, but
hang on, something dodgy happened to you in Soho.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But you can, yeah. Maybe I'm an 80s, 90s child, so when someone says Soho at 2 a.m., I'm thinking about something else. It could be that.
What do you think of?
You're too young to know.
What do you think of?
No. I'm going to leave it there. So what does it take for you to be locked into a sense of belonging, to be part of the British fabric, to contribute here?
I think Britain is especially like South Britain, London area. I think it's a land of opportunity. So I think you need to take it as an opportunity to become something else. And whenever I start to feel nostalgic and melancholic about coming back to Ukraine, not willing to stay here, and my parents, everyone reminds me that, like, bro, be thankful for the chance that you have in life to stay here, where there's so many opportunities in here.
Keep knocking on those doors, keep getting up, keep moving forward. Yeah. That is in your hands, right? You're a young man started in the world. Yeah. So let's get there.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dance. You know how I like to do a dance, right?
Yeah.
Right, there's a song I've got in my head.
What song?
Whip from me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord, bring me down and bear me up. I wanna be the slip, word up on your lip, let it to your whip, bring me down and bear me up, whatever it takes.
I don't know, not this song.
'Cause I love peace and I lean in my veins. Whip from me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord, bring me down and bear me up. I wanna be the slip, word up on your lip.